Hey everybody, it's the coach and
I sure enjoy the hell out of that. He's a white dude or a black dude.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about
Yeah, like, how far removed are we from that? How far removed are we from that?
So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance.
Let me ask you this: did that national anthem stance hurt anybody? Did anybody's life get taken? Did anything? Exactly. So that was the whole point of it.
Sanders, open man left side is Wallace, complete, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This is Clement. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up.
No, if anything, that should show you diversity in the country and how one's ability to do, because he's a public servant. He can't do anything but stand at attention. He's probably saluting because he's a veteran. Okay, and he's a public servant. They're acting as private citizens. Yes, they work for a business, and their business will decide what happens to them. When you're a public servant, the public gets to decide what happens to you. Policy.
Sanders looking to throw on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because
and everybody talks about how much they get, but how much do you think the person's getting that's paying them? Because he's not just paying that one player $100 million, he's paying everybody. The whole fucking team. Water boys, the concessions, everybody. But nobody complains about how much money he's getting and how lazy he is.
Looked like the defense put pretty
good fucking break.
He's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. On the carry, here's Clement. He's able to get
right, more often than not, it's going to be more than one person. But that ain't the point. The point is,
a pretty decent gain.
an exorbitant amount of money because we talking about one person getting $100 million on a 53-player team.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Sanders to throw on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Trainers, coaches,
7 yards
cheerleaders,
to move the sticks.
food service workers.
The Eagles into the red zone for
Parking
the first
attendant.
time. They have a first and 10 at the
Your
13-yard
your
line.
staff. If you've got a GM, if you've got a president of football operations, they all get a check.
Throw left side complete. It's Wallace. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
I think it comes out of it comes out of all their his salary comes from all 32 teams. I forgot how it was divided up. I think it's divided up evenly. I'm not 100% sure. I think it just comes out of that. You know how they have a collective amount of money that goes to the NFL? So I think his check comes out of that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. So that's null and void. You just going off of talking points. You're not actually doing the research. And that's what they think niggas do, but we don't. We do the research. Come on, man. And they have a right. Unless their job tells them they don't. Unless their job says you can't protest at work. Yeah, because if you work at Burger King, bitch, and you go protest, guess what? You're going to get fired. But this is the NFL.
Let's go.
Sanders now on first and 10. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Yeah, towards the end of the season.
About the 44 here.
If I'm not mistaken.
Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition.
Unfortunately, they didn't get it.
Because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain.
And they're under no obligation to do so. Firstly, let's say that. Because we're the outcry for white folks to go. I mean, you know, white folks don't hold white folks accountable about going back to their hood and doing shit.
Excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch.
I know that might sound asinine because they come from, not all Caucasians come from a place of wealth.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense?
You know, when you talk about people that live in this country outside of Caucasians and quote-unquote blacks, then, yeah, they keep their money tight. We need to start following that shit.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Until I can buy a business in the motherfucking Asian community and they allow me to set up shop and they come patron my business, then we shouldn't do that shit there.
The offensive line, they didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
What the fuck? All right, hold up. My joystick must be. You said what now?
On first down, it'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Oh, in the spot. Okay. I'm thinking Solomon when you said that. The back of my day, that's what it included, but.
Here's Sanders looking to throw on 2nd down, and that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed.
Or Durs, or
to be gotten rid
like.
Of, otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
With the spot?
To throw is Sanders, operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. It was DeShazer Everett that time who got a hand in to break it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that.
Yeah, I went to a hotel the other day with this
brings
chick.
Up a 4th down decision.
Hotel Durham, so it's got a rooftop. This was Friday, I think we went there. Got a rooftop and shit. Expensive fast food with little ass portions, nigga. I was mad as hell. But you know, oh, nigga, I'm telling you, and I got appetizers and all, so I'm thinking by the time the appetizer came, I was like, okay, I already see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew what it was at that point. I was like, this is gonna be rough, B. But it was rough, but.
Here comes
Eagle
offense now as they get set to take over here. Yeah, they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not.
Little portions, B. Little portions.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because.
Yo, what the fuck is going on? Oh, okay.
That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do.
I forgot my shit does that sometimes.
All the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That shit is so dumb. Why would I need to push L1 to decide to hurry up, to change the tempos? Like, so if it's on that, it just continues to do it, like, you hold triangle or circle or square to decide. Like, that's dumb. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's too much extra shit. I'm sitting here trying to figure out if my buttons are stuck. And no, my button's not stuck. I hit L1 so it changes the tempo. So the more you keep hitting L1, the more it'll change. From normal to hurry up to some other shit like, hold on, let me see what this shit changes to. That shit is dumb as fuck.
Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
No huddle, chew clock, normal. That's dumb as fuck. I decided to do that with the time clock. That's the play clock, rather. I mean, that's just dumb as fuck.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay.
Why would I allow the computer to chew my fucking clock? And I don't even have on fucking accelerated clock.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Don't y'all let them score. Don't y'all let them. Oh, come on. This is too predictable, man. All right, let's go, y'all. Bullshit. Let's go.
And out now come the Eagles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, let's go. 38.
Sanders throwing on first down. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
On offense. Come on, that's bullshit. Let's go.
Holding offense.
Let's go.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Sanders from the gun, he'll throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Sanders now operating from the gun. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Sanders. A final shot before break. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And now due to apparent time.
close, though. I don't know.
And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Sanders. To throw on second down.
Miller is weak as hell.
Pressure, Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for his. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Sanders. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all.
See it all over the place, but what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time did it possible.
Let's go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Yeah, I forgot about
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Flex round. Flex round. Hey.
Sanders looking to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually...
$56-yard field goal. Okay. In DC.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Sanders to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options
Yeah,
on
Corey
2nd
Clement
and
doing
short.
better than Jai.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw. Sanders. And this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Sanders now on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st.
Why would you? Oh, you should have went the other way, son.
Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 12 of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide.
Oh, great. Why is Michael Bennett still in the game? Why are any of the starters still in the game? Okay, Derek. Well, yeah, he's in for Michael Bennett. This is dumb. I shouldn't even be in the game. Well, Sage should not be in the game. It's the last game of the season. We lost 1 game. We're playing the Redskins. It's 31-13 with 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
And they'll run it here.
We already got 2 running backs off the roster.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! No.
They'll run again with Clement. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Sanders. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise
baseball guys.
Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes.
And you can't pick no attributes or how he's going to be, what his parents is, all that shit. I didn't get to do none of that. I picked the player. It's just, you pick whether he's a scrambler. Yeah, scrambler, strong arm, field general, and I think that's it. Pocket passer. I believe. And then you just get what you get. You make their size. So I made him 6'4", 220. That's obviously going to be skinny, you know. But since Spencer's 2 inches taller than me, I made him 2 inches taller than Spencer. And then just had like 220. No fat, you know. Just kind of strong. Well, because my biological father, nigga, is ridiculously tall. I'm short because of Pop-Pop.
Brad 38. Brad 38. Ohio.
To throw is Sanders.
I mean, shit, Larry is like 6'4", 6'5", and he's taller than Larry.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Crazy.
Yeah, fortunately for him.
But Larry is bald and I'm not. It's crazy. Because you get the male pattern baldness from your mother.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
So I'm short as fuck on all standards. But both my grandparents are short.
Sanders
Both my grandfathers are short as hell. Because his dad is short as fuck. He's like almost Pop-Pop's size. He might be like an inch or two. He might be like 5'7", 5'8". You know what I'm saying? Where Pop-Pop's short. So it's crazy.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job.
He's taller than Larry by at least 2 inches.
10. Now Sanders operating from the gun. And Tate's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll be their 3rd and final stop.
Cousin to Michael and Dwayne, yeah, their kids are tall. Like their kids are taller than Spencer. Like Dwayne, my cousin, my first cousin, his son taller than Spencer. They play basketball and shit. You know how that is. Right.
Sanders now throwing on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to go up. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's
he did. It was tumultuous. It was what you would expect. You know,
the final whistle, I get that. But
like that's a long story. I thought I had told you. I know I had told Ed all that. I thought I had told you that too. But yeah,
He seemed a little squeamish about that last score.
He was in Camden, but he wasn't around.
But on the other the argument, I get it. On the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop him.
I guarantee you, I know who was
just
really
a terrible
excited.
person all the way around.
Who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
You more worried about him being gay than you being there and protecting a nigga. So you want to, deflect away from your responsibility and put it on something else, and that shit ain't cool. In no way, shape, or form. So I don't condone it. You can't get cool with me talking, regardless of him being, homosexual. There's no way you getting cool with me other than you making amends for what the fuck you did. And I don't know how you do that, but you definitely don't do that starting off with something being somebody else's fault. And I'm not talking about Larry. That could be Nana and Mom in the conversation we had, but don't start off with that. And we'll be fine.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.
Because I told you about the story how we ended up working together, right?
They clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel
By
great
accident.
about
I tell you
themselves,
that.
can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of
I tell you the
points.
story of how we ended up working together by
Things are
accident.
working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this
Me
and carry
and
it with them.
And as an
Benjamin
offensive
Lawrence
coordinator,
Sanders
you
II.
still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all
Oh,
going to
see, I thought you knew all these. So, see, Dorsey definitely know these stories, and I believe it. No, I just assumed that you did too. But since you asked me that question, that lets me know that I probably haven't had some of these conversations with you. But
for the
yeah,
Redskins, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that
he threw
really
5?
underachieved.
Okay.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
No innies? Shit. Well, yeah, she was like 18, 19, 20 when she was doing like so around the time when I was think about it when I was in the Navy she was already and I'm like 21 she's already got #1 records and we're like the same age. So you think it should be longer is what you're saying or are you already acknowledging the fact that you know how old she is? Okay. Right. Yeah, well, you gotta look at the body of work, the years. Well, I don't know. I don't know what she. I mean, cause a lot of that goes into what you done in the community, donating this and that, and he have. Well, I take that back, cause as soon as I said that, I have seen her on some of them HIV commercials and shit like that too. So, I'll take that back. Did see her on a lot of those. So. I'm just playing devil's advocate as usual. Oh yeah, that's my girl. Her and Nas got a concert coming out. I think they coming out here too. I'll be right back. Still with me now. Yeah, because we did punch it in.
Oh.